Hello, everybody, or nobody, depending on your perspective. Thank you for being here once again. I'm Darryl. This is the Frankfort Report, and the market's back, baby. Here we go. Bull market. Toronto is on fire. Do you believe me? Do you think I'm telling you the truth? Because most people don't think I'm telling the truth. But from my perspective, from my limited perspective, from this perch that I sit on here, and I'm fairly connected in the industry. I mean, I don't know if you know who I am, but I do know most people in the industry. And I know a lot of people quite well, and I have some good connections out there. Let me see if this chat's working. Is the chat working? Hello? Is anybody out there? Can I get a hell's yeah in the chat if you're out there, if there's anyone there? In memory of Elizabeth Reed. Yes, sir, or ma'am, depending on who you are, Jazz, or what you are, Jazz. It was in memory of Elizabeth Reed, but who was playing it? That is the question. Who was playing in memory of Elizabeth Reed for the intro? If you guess right, then you will be right. Okay, Rose Overdose, thank you for being here once again. Very nice thought, Jazz. What does that mean, Jazz? A very nice thought, Jazz. Okay. Hello, sir. Hello, Charlotte. Welcome. How are you today? Hope you're doing well, everybody. Didn't sound like the almonds. It did not, because it was not. But was it good? How was it? Did it sound okay for not being the almonds? I mean, they are the almonds. Anyways, welcome to the Frankfort Report. We are here to talk about the rip-roaring, unbelievable Toronto market that just cannot be kept down. You cannot keep it down. Cannot be held down. The Toronto real estate market. Well, from people that I know, the people that I'm talking to, there's a lot of action out there. If you watch the Canadian Real Estate Show, which I'm sure you do, because if you didn't, I mean, what are you doing here? But if you watch the Canadian Real Estate Show, you will have heard Mr. TK Butler, who, by the way, in case you're not sure, is the number one realtor on the number one team in all of the country. The country. And although it's not a giant country, I mean, to be number one in the country of any country is kind of cool, I think. That guy won so many awards, TK, the other night at his company award ceremony. Congratulations to Mr. TK Butler. But TK had 15 offers on one house. And although priced aggressively or strategically, in order to try and get an increased price from the buyers that are willing to buy, 15 offers in this environment. I don't care how low the price was. These offers took it to well above what the sellers were anticipating, which means well above what the listing agent was anticipating. And they were, of course, extremely, extremely happy. So 15 offers on one property. And this is not, downtown Toronto, central location, all of the finishes and all of the beauty that everybody's expecting and ready, turnkey, ready to rock and roll and move into. No. Pardon me for all the disgusting sounds. I am 49. And it's winter. No. People were apparently going, okay, like, where do I got to be to get this thing? Here's another 50 grand. And then this guy would say, hey, where do I got to be to, here's another 50 grand. Here's another 50 grand. Until all of a sudden they're 200, 180 over the asking and well above the price that was anticipated. And so that doesn't sound like the market's not doing good. I mean, it was not such a wonderful house that people just had to have it because it was like the best lot, or, it was that house that everybody had been waiting to come out on the market forever. It was not that house. It was just a normal friggin' house, in Scarborough. It was a 2-story house. It needed a ton of renovation. It was an old house. In the one point, I think they listed it for 135. Pardon me. I think they listed it in the 135 range, got over 1550, 1580 or something was the story. Whatever the story was, it's ridiculous. Would anybody in the chat like to say anything or ask anything or do me a favor and hit a like button? Like, help me get more than 4 people watching this thing. That would be so fantastic. This is the fastest growing podcast in Canadian real estate history right now. We are on a trajectory because of our editor that is unparalleled in the universe, certainly in the country. Yes, it is funny. Very, very funny. Jazz sounds like when you play it. Well, I think you must be an unbelievable musician if that's the case. Because, man, those guys on the tape there, wow, those guys are wonderful from way back in the day. They're called Shaggy Groove Dog. Check those guys out. Anyways, so there's that. There's bidding wars from my partner, my close personal friend, my partner in the show, my partner in business. This guy's telling me that he is on fire, man. And every time I talk to him, if I even get a chance to talk to him because he's so busy, he's selling a house, selling a house. Okay. He's selling houses. And then there's the other side where my unbelievable daughter, Bailey, who is fairly new to the industry, just got 3 leases signed last week. 3 leases signed last week. I know I'm disgusting. I'm sorry. I got a cough for like 6,000 days, it feels like. And it's just not going away. Did anybody else have this goddamn cough? Anyways, Bailey, 3 leases in 3 days or 4 days last week. Okay. And these are not, easy leases. These are not hard leases, but man, these people really wanted to move in, all of them. Like they really wanted to find a place, a nice place. You see, there's people that we saw in the last show that are willing to live almost in anything, which is just insane, right? People trying and willing to live anywhere, just to live in the city somewhere, close to school or close to work. People are crazy for what they pay to live in. But when something nice comes up, a lot of people want it. There's high demand for nice places still, and especially in the rental market. Big, nice places. Holy cow. And so not only was there 3 leases done by my fantastic real estate agent daughter, but they all got into negotiations where paying over asking was the way to get the unit. What? Yeah, you heard me. I said paid over asking. All 3. All 3, in order to get the unit, because of the demand, had to pay over asking in rent this week. And she's getting a listing for a lease in the next day. Like she's signing it as we speak. And she's got another client that's looking for a lease. And she's got another client looking for a lease. And this is pretty crazy. And is this indicative of the market, or is this just indicative of the Frank Leo team? Because both of the people I'm talking about are on the Frank Leo team. But then I get this anonymous, well, not anonymous. They must remain anonymous. How about that? I get this text this morning from a friend, and he's a realtor as well, because I'm in a bubble, right? I'm in my own little, what do we call it? Echo chamber of real estate. That's all I know. That's all the people I know. That's everybody in my life is a real estate person. And anyways, so I get this text this morning because I posted something on X. Can we call it X? If I say X, does everybody know what I'm talking about these days? Can we get a little or wah in the chat, please? Can we get some more people here? I see that there's actually a considerable amount of people for this pathetically small, tiny little show. And I thank you for being here. Can you press a button, please? Maybe a subscription button, possibly a like button, or a comment, something other than Charlotte, ideally. If somebody can jump in here, that would be great. But the question is, The story is, Darryl, the market seems to be hotter than it ever was before, at least in the really very recent days, okay? Very recent times, the market has been poop. And it seems like the story is that the market has taken off recently. Because, listen, there's no way TK is getting 15 offers. He's the only guy. There's no way my daughter's signing all these leases and all of a sudden there's all these people want to move into rental units desperately because she's my daughter or she's on the Frank Leo team. Because what I'm trying to say, and I got sidetracked and I apologize. Thank you to no one for putting anything in the chat, by the way. I appreciate that. That's very helpful, guys. Thank you. I'm here dancing like a clown for you guys all the time. Can you put some silver chair? Thank you. Thank you. A lot of the offers are low balls. Well, that's what you want to think, right? But that's not how you win that, right? And TK is not stupid. You think TK is out there getting low ball offers while getting the price up $180,000 or $200,000? How does that work, silver chair? Explain to me how that works, silver chair. Maybe there's a couple of low ball offers out of the 15, but 15 on one house, willing to send an agent to make an offer, to take the time out of their days to make an offer. One house, not a good house, not in a desirable area house, but still $1.5+ million for a piece of shit in Scarborough. No offense to the person that's selling and to the person that bought. And I'm sure it's not a piece of shit, but you know what I mean. It's 1.5 in Scarborough, okay? And it needs a bunch of work. Okay, there. Did I answer your question? No, I'm certain. Just unloaded my parents' house. You're not certain about this silver chair. You're making shit up, okay? You're trying to keep your narrative alive. You're trying to be a bear. And I'm not going to let you. This is a bullish show today. All signs are pointing to bull market starting now. How am I wrong? Okay, listen. Third person sends me a text. You want to hear this text? Here, I'm going to read you the text, okay? If I can find it, let me see. Here we go. This person wants to remain anonymous because they don't want to get caught up in all of the bullshit, because the stuff that us bulls have to go through in order to make a positive comment in regards to the real estate market in Canada. Holy Jesus, they'll take you down, they'll cook you for dinner, and then they'll spit you out, and then they'll do all kinds of stuff. Okay, here we go. Where is it? What? How much did we talk? Okay, here we go. Ready? Hosted an open house this weekend. Probably the busiest open house I've had since COVID. This is at 5:34 a.m. today. And I posted this online. This is legit from a legit dude, a realtor. How much more legit can you get than that? Okay. Hosted an open house this weekend. Probably the busiest open house I've had since COVID. 100 or so people Saturday. Just over 50 on Sunday. Don't want to post on Twitter and deal with the hive, right? Don't want to deal with the hive. But okay, this is what the person's dealing with. And just so you know how hard I work, because I need you guys to know this. And I need to stroke my ego a little bit. Okay, what did I say? So he sent that to me at 5:34 a.m., which, you'd think is kind of a dick move, right? When did he get a response? 5:36 a.m. Why? Because nobody works harder than this guy. Okay? And that's just the honest to God truth. You don't zone the best site in the world with 1 million neighbors frickin' going crazy. You don't do that in 6 months unless you're the best in the world. That's a fact. That's a fact. You could take that to the bank. Okay, anyway, so we have in my little bubble, okay, my close little bubble, we have all kinds of people making lots of progress and noticing a little bit of a difference. The busiest since COVID. I mean, that's a lot of a difference, okay? My daughter doing a few leases in a week, is that big? No, they gave her these leads. My daughter works her butt off all the time. She hunts, she searches, she works like a mad person, and she gets the job done quickly because she's awesome. Because, she's the best in the world, and that's just a fact. But TK, okay? TK also. You don't get to be the number one dude by, not working hard and, not crushing when things are soft. So I don't know if all of these people I know are the best sample size for the market is back. But I do feel like all of the people I talk to now are positive. And let me give you some anecdotal. Is that English? Anecdotal evidence of this shift in the mentality with the developers. Okay. Not that I've ever wavered, but I feel like I'm different and I have different stuff. I'm talking to people that have, more investor type product that, they're sitting, waiting for things to change. This is what I want to talk about. But hold on a second here. People have actually put stuff in here in the chat. The tariffs and real economy damage hasn't even started. Is there going to be damage that is going to start? Like, is this for sure a thing? We're going to watch some videos together that make me think otherwise. I feel like maybe the tariffs won't be as bad as people think they're going to be for us here in Canada. Maybe we have more of an upper hand than Mr. Trump thinks we do. Or maybe we're going to be totally fucked. We're going to talk about this a little bit later because this, of course, is top of my mind. And this is top of everybody's mind if you're in real estate and you're not sitting there trying to figure out what the hell these potential tariffs are going to do to our real estate market. Well, what the fuck are you doing with your time? Okay? Honestly, what the fuck are you doing with your time? And if you're sitting there 100% positive that you know what the fuck is going to happen, fuck you. You're a liar. Okay. Comparing, what's this? We're talking about the GTA. Who cares if Regina price drops 50%? 50% of nothing is nothing lost. What time do you go to bed, Darryl fans want to know? Okay, that's a great question. 50%. Yeah, we're not worried about Regina. We're not worried about Winnipeg. We're not worried about Bahalamalo. We're not worried about any of those places. Okay, what we're worried about is Toronto and Vancouver, really. And, Vancouver, not so much. We're really worried about Toronto because that's where we live and that's what affects us personally. Now, of course, whatever happens here is likely to happen everywhere in the rest of the country. Maybe that statement isn't, in fact, true anymore. Maybe whatever happens in Toronto doesn't happen everywhere else. Maybe what happens in Toronto forces everywhere else to balance more, to maybe more people will go elsewhere. Maybe Toronto won't be so desirable for people. Maybe we'll spread this thing out a little bit. And that can't be bad, can it? Maybe that's what's going to happen. And maybe not. The great lockdown. I'm worried about Toronto. Well, listen, the great lockdown. Are you ready for the next great lockdown? Or have you prepared yourself to be locked down once again? Are you ready? Because I think something is brewing, but that is for another day, or at least another part of the day. Maybe we'll get to that, but I don't know. But let's talk about this real estate market here because it's, anecdotally here, actually, let me share this with you guys. So I put the tweet out. And I don't know if you guys can see what I see. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Hopefully I am. But you see here, the Toronto market is back, baby. Sorry, RE, real estate bears and anonymous accounts. There are bidding wars in Scarborough and multiple rental units in multiple Toronto locations going for over asking right now. It feels like the fear phase to me. And so, of course, I'm just trying to kind of rattle the cage of the crazy bears that can't possibly see a positive note in the market no matter what. Let's see. Didn't that house on your street not close because the buyers couldn't sell and pony up the cash? I believe that is the case, and I don't know why that's relevant to the rest of the stuff going on. And of course, I understand why it's kind of relevant, because if you're trying to, spin a ugly web, you're going to throw what did I do? You're going to throw some ugliness in there, aren't you? Okay, let's see. John Flynn, who I like to play with online, because we generally do not have the same opinion on things. He's going to have to pull some stats, okay? And he did pie chart. Here, let's go here. Pie charts are last 7 days. Under listings seems to be the ongoing strategy in the GTA lately. Data table is first 27 days of January. All residential property types, prices are up 2 to 3% year over year. What? What? No, seriously, okay? It's happening. January, February usually sees biggest month-over-month increase of all months. Normal activity. Okay, so this is just being pawned off as normal for the season, okay? Asking, over asking, below asking. What? Toronto sales activity. So these are actually sales below asking. Okay, maybe this is accurate. I don't know. What's this? What was that last one? If this is freehold, condo. Oh, I see. Under. Okay, yeah, under asking. What the hell in the condo market is going for over asking? How low was the asking? Okay, let's see here. Freehold. Whoa, lots of over asking. Decent amount asking and a lot at below asking. How realistic is the asking? What's this? Time frame is from January to January. Property type is residential freehold, residential condo, and other area in Toronto. Results calculated. Average price. Okay, where are we heading? Down, down, down. Ooh, that doesn't look great. Average price is down, but he said it's up year over year. The trend is not our friend here on this one. I caught how TK noted the house in Scarborough with the bidding war was priced aggressively. That's right. But he still got 15 offers, baby, and got more than the sellers were expecting. That's important to the story, guys. Even if they were realistic, right? They're like, okay, we know it's not worth what it used to be worth. Right? We want to sell this thing. We're expecting like the same as the last guy. We're just going to price it under so that we can get to where the last guy got. And they got even more. Damn it. Darryl reminds me of a younger and slightly less overweight than Ron the mortgage guy. Okay. Slightly less overweight, honestly. Like, that's not even being, like, that's not nice. Look at what these people are posting. Like, this is the problem. Okay. Anyways, so I believe that things are heating up, and what I believe doesn't matter, but I get a sense that at least for a little while, maybe before the tariffs come, I don't know. Did anybody see what was happening in the stock market today by any chance? Anybody following that new AI company from China that just destroyed the entire stock market, the entire AI sphere? Anybody following that whole thing? Can you increase your browser font size? Yeah, maybe next time. Sorry. What's going on here? Lots of people talking in the chat. Thanks. Make Conspiracy Corner great again. Yes, we will be talking about conspiracies. I promise. Worried about a lockdown? Pish posh applesauce. Are you not worried, Dawn, about another lockdown? Are you crazy? It's coming. Bird flu. I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm pretty sure that I am patient 3 on the list. I had a massage. A few weeks ago, and it's a legit massage, but the owner of the establishment is from China, and so are many of the people under his employ. And, well, the girl that was massaging me was sick as a dog and coughing and sneezing and puking all over the place. And I'm pretty sure I caught the bird flu and have been passing it around the country. And Mexico, and recently Montreal. So be careful out there, because something is here. Have you used MLI Select program? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Good question, Rose. I have been working towards using it, and my thoughts on the program are that I'll probably not be able to use it. There are probably better options for me than the MLI Select. But we'll see. It's not easy, that's for sure. Plus, I'm working on a high-end rental site, and that makes the degree of difficulty magnified by quite a bit. NVIDIA was down 17% today. That's $560 billion in market cap. Whoa, that's big. But did you see the news? Like this, what's it called? Peak Freak? I forget what it's called. Deep Think? No, not Deep Think. Whatever it's called. It's the same as ChatGPT, and it's cost like 0.5% of the total amount that they've spent on ChatGPT. The Chinese owners of this new app have released it onto the market for free, open sourced, and have completely screwed up the United States AI market. And right as the United States starts announcing all kinds of crazy investments in infrastructure for AI, and all of these big tech stock companies are talking about the amount of billions that they're planning on investing in AI or have invested in an AI, and this is not good for anybody. And so it looks like maybe Robert Kiyosaki might be right finally about his big crash in the stock market. So if you've been like me and you've been reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad and all of the other books that he's released, and you've been waiting for the biggest crash of all time in the stock market, he says this is it. This is the catalyst. Wait for February. It's going to get ugly. And so why am I talking about this? Because it does actually have quite a bit to do with real estate. And if you watch our friend, Mark Mitchell, thanks for clicking. If you watch Mark Mitchell and you see his videos, he draws a wonderful direct line between what's happening with this and the mortgage rates, the fixed mortgage rates coming down in Canada, right? Because it seems like all these people that are selling out of this craziness in the stock market in the States are trying to fly to safety because they don't know what the hell is going to be. They don't know how bad this is going to be. And it looks like, I mean, if all the Magnificent Seven are spending billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars on this AI, and these guys come out with the same thing, open sourced from China, and it cost them $5.6 million, right? And it was able to be trained on GPUs that were like previous generation, not this crazy, miles of brand new NVIDIA graphics card data centers like X just built. And that everybody else is planning on doing. Just these guys figured out a way to cheat the system and build something as good for a fraction of the price. This is bad for NVIDIA. This is bad for the stock market, which has been propped up by basically NVIDIA for I don't even know how long. This is bad for Meta and Google. This is bad for everybody in the AI space. Who it is good for is Canadian real estate owners who are going to renew in the next little while, because what all these people that have sold out of their positions have seemingly done is purchased U.S. treasuries as a safe hiding spot to see what happens next. And so by doing this, they have forced the yield down, which brings the 5-year mortgage rate down, which makes people happy. And especially if you're looking at renewing, expensive commercial property, interest rates coming down are a beautiful thing. And we have our Bank of Canada meeting this week. We've got tariffs on the horizon. All things, I think, hopefully are pointing to rate cuts still, but who knows? We shall see. Why am I talking about this? I have no idea, but this is good for real estate, funny enough, that the stock market is tanking and people are buying U.S. treasuries. This is a good thing. Okay, let's see. Picked up some discount stock, the Great Lockdown. Congratulations. Care to share what you've picked up and why you've picked it up and why you think you are so smart for picking it up. He's a wild man. I don't know what this means. Frankie Superdude, who is the editor of the show and my son and an extraordinary individual. Trevor Bauer signed back with the Yokohama Bay Stars Japanese team. He's cooked. Damn. That's unfortunate. That guy needs to sue the MLB for a collusion scandal, if you ask me. Trevor Bauer should have a big payday. How is it that nobody in the MLB has signed Trevor Bauer? This is stupid. The Jays should sign Trevor Bauer. The guy was not, he wasn't even guilty of what he was accused of, okay? What he got kicked out of the league for. This is not fair. This is not right. This is stupid. Anyways. We're not here to talk about baseball. Where are we? This is my show. I guess we could talk about anything. I don't know if you're going to stay if we talk about baseball. Anyways, if you're here, why don't you say something, for God's sakes? Tell me what you're thinking, please. DeepSeek. Thank you, Rose. DeepSeek is the name of the AI. I stand corrected. I don't think I said anything close to DeepSeek. Did I? Maybe I said something close to DeepSeek. What do we got? Jazz. Darryl, I already gave it DeepSeek a spin, and it was able to read construction drawings and pull out key info for me. Do a quantity takeoff and sequence. No fucking way. How accurate was this takeoff? Wow, are you serious? Thank God. Okay, I had the brilliant idea of creating that years ago. And thank God I didn't do it, man, because that would have been a big waste of money. But I'm glad that they can do it now, because that's cool. Honestly, I got to know, how accurate was the quantity takeoff? Rose. I wonder if it can review my performa for me. I've tried to use ChatGPT for performas, and it was underwhelming at best. Not good. Not as good as this guy's performas. Those are great. Picked up CrowdStrike and a Tesla when everyone thought they were down and out. They came back stronger, back to highs. I'm sure in time, NVIDIA will come back. When did you buy CrowdStrike and Tesla? Just today? Did they go down today and you grabbed them? It was impressive, but I got to give it more complex requests. Okay, you're not answering the question, Jazz. How impressive was it? How accurate was the goddamn AI takeoff? How accurate was it? I got to know. That's next level. When it can start sucking in, I'm waiting for the program to just be able to suck in the plans and create the virtual world perfectly, instantaneously. And then you can walk and fly around inside the building in VR and change stuff with voice commands. Hey, change that to Carrera Marble, please. No, 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 no. Make them 12 by 12 inch tiles. Oh, perfect. Change the grout to purple. Nope. Change it to gray. Ooh, that's fantastic. This is the world we're going to live in soon, right? You're going to see your place before it's built. Okay, what the fuck am I talking about? Oh, the AI tools. I am so excited. I wonder if they're going to be able to get rid of the developers with the AI tools. Did we talk about that before? This is something I worry about. But, okay, do we want to talk about the tariffs? Because I got a bunch of videos that made me open my mind a little bit on the tariff thing. And, I mean, maybe, did we talk about the market enough for everybody? Like, I feel like, oh, right, no, I didn't even finish talking about how the positivity from the developers is starting to wiggle its way back into the conversation. And certainly it is reluctantly optimistic. And it depends on the product that you have. But I mean, if you're in Vaughan, you know that they reduced development charges considerably, right? Oh my God, I'm going to die. Excuse me. I'm going to cough up a lung here. If you have investor-sized product, I don't know what you're planning on doing. Okay? Jesus Christ almighty, I'm going to die here. You may all witness my death, so if you do, can you call somebody for me? Okay. You're starting to see development charges going down. You're starting to see, they gave, HST. Other areas may bring the development charges down. I think Mississauga just announced something pretty interesting. And so, depending on the product you have also, townhouses are selling pretty well, apparently, new stuff, which doesn't jive with the article that we should read together very shortly. But I spoke to two very prominent developers in the last couple of days, one of which I'm a partner with. And, he is thinking that he may consider possibly maybe launching a few projects soon. He's waiting for a few things to fall into place, but he hasn't launched a project for 2 years. Okay, and that's going to lead into this article that I want to discuss with you guys. This prominent, gigantic developer has not launched anything in 2 years. And now he's thinking about considering launching a new project. And so that is intriguing for me. And the other one, is also trying to come up with a thesis that makes them comfortable with the idea of moving projects forward. And we might be getting close, everybody. The only thing that I still can't wrap my little head around is who's the buyer. Okay, the developer might be able to get the numbers in order, but what product are you building? What are you thinking about developing? Who's your end user? Because I think if you're looking at investors, you're still crazy and out to lunch. That's my thought on that. Hello. Sorry about that. I unplugged my mic. There's no investors. I don't know what brings back investors in this environment, but they're not here. They are long gone. Kiss them goodbye. They are long gone. And so if you can find a way to make your project bigger units for less money, then you're back in business, baby. And I don't know how you do that because it's not good right now. It's not good right now. Okay, let's see. Some people are saying stuff, and I have been ignoring you, and I apologize. Okay, what did you answer me about the takeoffs? AI tools can eliminate so much overhead in construction. Yeah, wait till you can afford to buy one of those robot dog things to schlep lumber and materials and to record and take pictures of everything and compare it to the plans and, have security on site, all from one robot dog or a Tesla humanoid robot to schlep stuff from place to place. I mean, just that alone has got to be worthwhile. Very exciting. But yeah, I mean, definitely the guy doing the takeoffs, that guy's toast at some point. The guy doing the performas, toast. That guy's gone. That's replaced by the same guy doing the takeoffs. All the junior analysts, gone. See you later. You're gone. What else is gone? The rendering guys, I think they're gone. And the website guys, I don't know. There's so many guys, like legal clerks in real estate are gone. Appraisers should be gone. AI could do a better job. We're going to do a whole show on appraisers one day. God damn it. God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it. Okay, let's see. Tesla should have gone bankrupt. Tesla survived off credits being shifted to them for years. Maybe. I don't buy that shit. Sorry. They're a good company. I don't care what anybody says. Nvidia's new cards are so ass. All their performance graphs were all inflated by AI. I'm sure their price will climb back up, but PC gamers are disappointed right now. Well, I suppose that is the case. I mean, who would know better than this guy, my son? He knows everything about computers and gaming. That's for damn sure. But I mean, for the AI stuff, I don't know if the new stuff is that much better or necessary even anymore. I think is the real point here. Is it all necessary? Or can you run better models off of older shit and way less of them? I think is the point here. I test drove a Cybertruck this weekend. It was interesting, but won't be buying one. Well, I guess it wasn't that interesting. What was interesting about driving the Cybertruck? It looks pretty cool. I got a tickle in my throat. It was accurate. I asked it for total concrete required for foundation and slab. Asked it for a lineal measurement for total steel. And it was right. Like, how close to your takeoff was it? Oh my God, this whole thing is just going to be me coughing and puking all over the place. Condos, a horrible investment unless downtown or within 5 to 6 stops from Young Bloor with water views. That's not true. Where do you come up with this stuff? Who is the Great Lockdown? And where are you coming up with your nonsense? Okay? Let's try and add to the conversation, not add nonsense. I am here to provide the nonsense. You guys are supposed to keep me in check. Accounting gone. Yes, Jazz, accounting gone. Gone. And I can't wait. Although, do you think you'd be able to get the AI accountants to do the same stuff that some of the other accountants are able and willing to do? That accountants aren't gone, but most of their staff will be. Somebody has to be there to manipulate the rules a little bit. Massage the rules a little bit. NVIDIA will be the new WorldCom. Oh no! Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that thing, NVIDIA right now is so big that it will take down everything, everything. The new AI tech from them is great, but we're getting to a point where we have more AI fake frames than real frames. So games and renders are starting to have a lot of input delay and lag. Yikes! That doesn't sound positive at all. But I don't know. I'm looking at these new games and it's like, whoa, this is a game? I've been playing MLB The Show for the last few days on my new PlayStation 5. that I just got because my son needed a PlayStation 5 Pro for some reason, because he can see all those extra frames with his very well-trained eyes. My son's eyes work at like 3 billion frames per second, while mine work at 2 frames per second, it seems. I can't tell the difference. Lol, says Jazz to something. I can do the PDF editing myself. Okay, we have lost the chat. We have lost the narrative, and we will continue on with the wonderful market here. Actually, this article, the market doesn't look so good. This is bad news here, okay? This is not good for anybody. Why won't this open? How come I can't get this to open? One moment, please. Are you guys seeing this? Am I looking like a putz here? Did I press the button? No, I did not press the button. Here we go. Now you can see what I see, and everybody can be happy. New Steve Saretsky, okay, who is, look at how many followers this guy has on X, 58.8K. Holy Jesus. I wish. That would be great. New condo sales in the GTA finished the year at a 28-year low. That's not good. Does that sound good? I mean, I guess it depends on your perspective. No housing accelerator fund is going to turn this ship around. That's true. Dog crate. I don't even like this word anymore because of who came up with it and him being a dink to me the other day. Dog crate condos are toast for the next few years. That's right. But if you're in the market for a place to live, boy, is right now a good time. Yes. If you're looking for a dog crate condo to live in, now is a good time. But check this out. GTHA, which, why the fuck is Hamilton involved in anything? Can somebody tell me when Hamilton became part of the conversation here? When did Hamilton become part of GTA? For God's sakes, guys, this is a stretch. But okay, so here, back in the 80s, we were doing pretty good. And then bam, the recession hit. Decimated housing starts. Look at this. Holy fuck. 1990, they built 2 houses. Okay. You see this? 2 houses. Then the next year, they built 14 houses. Then the next year, it looks like they maybe built 24 houses. And then it went down again. Holy shit. 1993. Bad year. Because now they built again maybe 16 houses. And now we're starting to rip again. And whoa, here we go. Here we go. Look at this. After the Twin Towers went down, we started building more. We had a dip. Why'd we have this dip? Something must have happened in the States. Yeah, here we go. No, leading up to 2006, 2000. Look at this. Boom. And who got caught right here? This guy. This dummy right here. Caught right here. Right here. It was not cool. But then boom. Pew! If I could have held on, man. If I could have held on for 12 months. If I could have figured out a way to hold on for 12 more months, prices came back. Everything came back. Buyers came back. Lending came back. It was beautiful. Except for me. Not so beautiful. Not for this guy. It was fucking horrible for this guy. We're going to get into that one day. I promise you. But look, so things start going pretty crazy, right? And I remember this. I remember this dip here in 2018, right? And things were kind of weird before the pandemic hit. And then the pandemic hit and whoa! Right? So, but where's the trend line really? The trend line, I'm saying, this is the trend line. We should be up here somewhere, right? And we're down here, right? Down here. Equivalent to, 1997-ish. 1998, those are bad times. This is not good. This is the amount. And look, this is including H. I don't know if we used to include H, okay? But that's not good. New condominium apartment sales are in the bloody shitter. And when you have guys like the guys I know that I was talking about earlier, you know, that they don't launch things for 2 years, then, I mean, what's going to happen, right? If they start launching stuff now, you know how long that stuff takes to build, right? What's going to happen? Is this going to be good for prices or bad for prices? I mean, most people think that if there's no supply coming on the market, that there, you know, because there's nobody launched for 2 years, that there'll be a glut in the system at some point. What do you think? Do you think there's going to be a glut in the system when sales of new stuff is at a 28-year low? Well, guess what's not at a 28-year low, everybody? Guess what's not at a 28-year low? Immigration or the population. Those are not at a 28-year low. Those are fucking rip-roaring. We got more people here than ever before, and we're building less. This is not like less units per capita. It's not less units as compared to the population. This is the same amount of bloody units as 1998 with the population of 2025. And I don't know what the population was in 1998. I could probably look this up pretty quickly. What was the population of Canada in when? When am I trying to figure out? 1998? 30 million people. So we have, here, just in case you don't believe me, you see that? 30.16 million people in Canada in 1998. Okay? You see how quickly I did that? Imagine if I had an AI that was like, I can get you that. And I could just say, hey, AI, what was the population of Canada in 1998? With my voice. Why I got to type that shit? You see how fast I type? That's because I was in grade 9 typing class in high school. Right? Remember that? We had typing class here in high school. Jesus Christ almighty. I'm dying here. I don't remember what I was talking about. And it's likely because it's nonsense and doesn't matter. If you're here, hit a button, please. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Say something in the chat. Supply up, immigration down equals what? Immigration down from where? Okay? This whole immigration down thing is such a bunch of bullshit. What? Because how many people came in here in the last 3 years? Okay? How many, and in the 3 years previous to this, how many fucking people came into this country? Go look that up on your own. Because I know. Immigration is not, maybe it's slowing down from the last few years. But go back, watch the Canadian real estate show at the very beginning when we were like, what? They're going to bring in how many people over the next 3 years? This is before it happened. Before 1 million people per year over the last 3 years came into this fucking country. 3 million in the last 3 years. And when they were talking about it in 2020, 2019, 2020, when they were going to bring in all the people because we needed more labor to build all the buildings for all the fucking people. We're bringing in maybe less than those 3 years, but we're bringing in more than before that. They were like, we're going to bring in 400,000 next year. I think that was 2021. We're going to bring in 425 the next year, 2022. We're going to bring in 450 the year after that. And up until that point, we'd only brought in like, I don't know, 3 something at the most. And so we were saying, holy shit, this place is going to be rocking. They're going to bring in how many people? 400,000 people? They're going to bring in more than normal? Where the hell are they going to live? What the hell's going to happen? This is going to be crazy. We better start building some fucking housing, right? And so what happened? 400, 425, and 450. Let's do the math in our heads quickly. Can we do this? 425 plus 400 is 825. Plus 450, 1275. Okay, so 1.275 million was the forecast for 3 years. Okay, and what do we get? 3 million. Is that a difference? 1.75 million difference. God damn it! And so now everybody's saying, "Oh, well, immigration's down, and they're gonna deport people." Is that gonna happen? Immigration's down. From when, fuckers? When the fuck is it down from? God damn it. God fucking damn it. God damn it. When is it down from? Alexa, when is it down from? I don't have an Alexa. Okay, let's see. Didn't they just release that our population was overestimated by 4 million? Who the fuck said that? I didn't hear that. Maybe that happened. I didn't hear anything about that. Don't you have Alexa? No, I don't have Alexa. Alexa's the one thing I don't have spying on me right now. I have everything else. But I don't use that stuff because it doesn't work properly and it's really fucking annoying. Okay? Thank you for adding and contributing to the discussion this time, the Great Lockdown. No, I do not use Alexa. But yeah, Alexa is kind of like that. Although, what if like you want to see something? Then Alexa's not so good, right? We need the computer with the screen, the monitor to like do everything. We need these glasses. These glasses need to do all that stuff, right? Anyways, I'm off the rails. What else is going on here in this little list of mine? Over 2,800 GTHA condo units were canceled in 2024, the most in a year since 2020. Wow, let's look at this article. You want to look at this one? Copy, paste, and go. Of course, this is not the most efficient way of doing things, okay? I know this, but here we go. Can you see what I see? Yes, you can. See, I just said it. I'm going to say it again. Over 2,800 GTHA. Here we are again with Hamilton in the mix. Condo units were canceled in 2024. Canceled. So that means that they were not launched or they were launched and canceled. I don't think that this is only stuff that was launched and canceled. This is probably stuff that they were thinking about launching and just decided not to launch because that's a lot to just launch and take down. And I don't remember that many launches this year, to be quite honest with you. It's difficult to put a number to it, but there are likely more cancellations coming in 2025. So for it to be a cancellation, it has to launch. Okay, there's not a cancellation. This is a rethink. This is a change in strategy. This is not a cancellation. Okay, this is we were thinking about it, and now we're not thinking about it. Or we're thinking about it differently, okay? So I don't know about this, but it's more than 2022 when the big pandemic hit, and there are a whole bunch more that are in receivership that have paused sales. Yeah, see, that's a different story, the receiverships, okay? Are those cancellations? Is that what counts as cancellations? Do we have to read this damn thing? It's always such horseshit. Urban Nation President Sean Hillebrand tells stories that this is the highest number of condos canceled in a year since 2020, blah, 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 blah. He also notes that of the 14 projects canceled last year, 6 were converted to rental. So that's not canceled. That's converted. See, do they call it, if the candidate is canceled and then they launch as a purpose-built rental building, that shouldn't count as canceled. There should be a converted column. Speaking to the fact that sentiment surrounding rental development in 2024 was markedly more positive. Yes, it was. There are a whole bunch more that are in receivership, have paused sales, and are very likely to cancel, but haven't actually given so those aren't canceled either. Okay? So this is obviously just a bunch of malarkey trying to prove a point, and I don't know what the point they're trying to prove is, but I guess it's that the market sucks and everything is going to hell in a handbag. This one is interesting. Canadian real estate. Here, let me get this thing up on the screen. Will it work? I don't know. Let's see. Better dwelling. So for what it's worth, I don't know what it's worth. It's better dwelling. Can you see what I see? Canadian real estate prices won't recover peak until 2029, BMO. And so, well, so this is interesting, okay? Because I was thinking this yesterday. Yeah, some realtors are busy. Open houses are busy. TK is super busy. Other people are super busy. Lots of offers, lots of demand showing up. Realtors are doing okay. Sellers, not so much, right? Maybe they're doing better than they thought a month ago. Maybe not. But it's perspectives, right? So TK's running around. He's busy as all hell. He's selling stuff every day, but those people are, maybe getting less than they were hoping a little while ago. And so that's never fun, is it? No. Canadian real estate has seen some positive growth. You see? Positive. There's a lot of positive news right now, but won't recover to peak valuations for another half a decade. Okay. God damn it, right? God damn it. God damn it. So they're saying that, yeah, although it's going to be busy because people are going to start transacting again, if you bought at the wrong time, if you bought 2022 peak pricing, it's going to take a while to recover from your stupidity. Okay? Maybe you were bamboozled by a realtor. Maybe you just had to buy and you didn't have a choice. Maybe the market was so crazy and you didn't know what to do. And your wife was just hawking you all the time going, we better get the next one. Okay? Because I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. I don't want to look at houses anymore. I want the next one. Just do what you got to do to get the next one. This is what was going on. I don't care, Merv. Get the next one, Merv, or we're done. I'm taking the kids and I'll find a place on my own, Merv. So it says here that prices in Canadian real estate fell 19% since hitting a record high. I'm pretty sure in Toronto it's gone down more than that. We've talked about this chart before. Blah, 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 blah. Like these guys know what the fuck is going to happen next. I love that they think that they know because something happened last time or a few times ago or last year. Nobody knows, okay? Nobody has a clue what's coming down the pipe. Everybody's just waiting till people feel better about things. That's it. We're all just sitting around twiddling our thumbs, waiting for things to look better. And it feels like from all the people I talk to and all the people I'm talking to and the articles that we're reading and the Twitter posts from certain people that it feels like things are getting a little busier. Anyways, guys, the math isn't mathing, okay? If you look, we have like more people here than we have likes, and that doesn't make sense. So if you're here right now and you're watching me dance around for your entertainment, do me a favor. Hit the like button. There's at least 10 people right now that should be pressing the like button. Just do it. Just do it now. Go. One person, press the like button. Do me a favor. For God's sakes. There you go. Let's go. Keep going. Hit the like button for crying out loud, okay? So that's enough positive news, okay? And that's enough news about the market. I think you get the point. Now, do we want to have a discussion about how long have I been rambling for Christ's sakes? Oh, geez, it's been over an hour. Well done, Mr. Frankfort. Feels like 5 minutes to me. I probably was coughing for more than 5 minutes, actually. Let's go. More likes, more likes, more likes. Come on, you guys can do it. A couple of comments, maybe. How about a comment? What do you guys want to talk about? Is there anything you want to talk about? Because I got some tariff stuff and some videos that I would like to share with you guys. Where are you going? Where'd everybody go? Everybody just dropped out. Okay. Is anybody saying anything interesting in the chat? No, nothing interesting in the chat. I don't see anything interesting in the chat. Somebody, the cool kids hit the like button. That's right. TK must be too busy for you these days. TK is always too busy for me. TK is always too busy for me. Except once a week, he has got plenty of time for me. Unless it's, other business, then he's got plenty of time for me. But that guy's a busy guy, man. He's the number one guy on the planet. You can't, you're lucky to just, talk to him for 10 minutes. I get that guy for hours. I'm a lucky guy. Okay, let's watch some of my TikTok videos because that's always fun. I've put together a little ensemble of TikTok videos for your entertainment. I hope it's entertaining. But, there's a couple of people that I found that have said some pretty interesting things about the tariffs that make me think, that we have a little bit more power in the situation than I had originally anticipated. But before that, I got to share this with you because I love this. This is something you got to hear at least once a day. Okay? At least once a day. Are we on the same page here?
Maybe you don't realize how good you're doing because you keep raising the fucking bar. Okay, Caleb? Nice work. Maybe you don't realize how good you're doing because you keep raising the fucking bar.
Okay, Killer? Nice work. You see that?
Maybe you don't realize
keep raising the damn bar on yourself. Like, is that not inspirational? Is it just me? You're doing okay, buddy. Stop raising the bar on yourself, stupid. Then, realize what you have. Okay, there's that video. Now I can take that out of the queue, which is great. I wanted to share this one with you guys because I think it's important as well. This, I think, is great news. I hope Canada follows suit with this one.
As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Boom. Two genders. What do you think about that? Are we good with two genders, everybody? Because I think two genders is the way to go. We lost our way a little bit. It seems like we are currently still lost. We have some issues we need to work out here in Canada. I think that's an understatement. But are we good with not seeing he, him, she, her, they, them, Zer, and My Little Pony on people's email signatures? Can we live without that, guys? Anybody in the chat? Nobody wants to touch this one with a 10-foot pole? Okay, moving on. I'm going to take that as everybody being on board with two genders. Thank you very much. Here we go. Now, this is kind of interesting. Okay. Hold on one second. What happens if Canada cuts off the United States energy and I guess other products?
So what happens if Canada cuts off the United States? That would be called the
find out phase, which I think most people know as not a good thing. I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Not sure. But hopefully you guys are hearing this. Are you guys hearing this okay? With love and respect. What did you say there, Rose? With love and respect, it was too much. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this means. But thank you for your support. I think I'm screwing this whole thing up right now. I did. I screwed the whole thing up. You weren't supposed to see that. I believe we become liberated. Yes, we are becoming liberated. Okay, here we go.
First of all the oil that comes in the United States from Canada would be basically removed from the market because they don't have another way to get it out of the country. So what happens when you take 4 million barrels a day off the global market? What happens to oil prices? Somewhere between 120 and 140 a barrel? Yeah. Gas.
Sounds like a good time to maybe invest in oil if this is going to happen, right? You hear what he's saying? If we decide to cut them off, that's a lot of oil off of the market that they depend on. And so what does that do to prices? Hoo-yah! And how does that help the states? Tell me.
Prices, yeah, we would exceed that $5 average record that Joe Biden hit. Yeah, we would go past that. And then you have this little problem here. See, these are all the states that get natural gas from Canada. Yeah. So in these states, it would be dark and cold.
People don't like that, dark and cold. They will have problems. But you see, it's not just cut and dry, right? Where it's like they're big and they get to tell us what to do, and we have to do what they say, because there's implications on both sides, right? There's implications on both sides. It's not cut and dry, okay? Now, what happens in a situation? Let's just look at a scenario where we are tariffed to death and we decide that, you know what? We know that we're selling this stuff for less than it's worth. And if we just make a deal with somebody else who needs this oil, and believe me, everybody on the earth, every country needs oil, right? Find me one country that is not dependent on oil. If we take the time to say, you know what? We used to need you motherfuckers down there. You guys were great. But now, you kind of assholes, right? You kind of assholes. And I think we're going to take our oil somewhere else, and our liquefied natural gas. We're going to take our wares somewhere else where they're a little bit nicer. They pay more. What does that do to the economy? I mean, okay, I'm sure that there's a little period. I mean, I suppose if you're working on it now, you can figure out ways to reroute it now. You don't have to wait for the tariffs to be in place. If somebody's using their brain, you know, you can get ahead of this thing. You can start getting it sold to other places who want it, who are willing to pay more. What does that do? If all of a sudden we're getting more for everything here in Canada, is that bad for the economy? Maybe the tariffs push us into relationships that are better for us out there. Maybe the tariffs give us a spark and make us realize, holy shit, why are we selling this stuff for $80 a barrel when there's some fuckers over there that are willing to pay $180 a barrel, or whatever the number is? More than those bastards, okay? More than those bastards are just, this is what we're giving you. Take it or leave it, or we're going to invade you, and we're going to tariff you, and we're going to fuck you up all the time, right? Why are we dealing with this stuff? Anyways, the point is, it's not cut and dry at all. The story is, Darryl, Michael Pham is in the house. Thank you so much. Someone deleted my comment. What? Rose Overdose. Nobody can delete that but me, and I didn't. So YouTube probably didn't like it. Happens a lot. Rose, see, you got to think before you speak a little, okay? You got to think before you speak and be respectful, and YouTube won't take away your comments. It's not us, though, okay? Everybody accuses me of removing comments. It doesn't happen. Why would I remove them? You know what comments I remove? When those bots try and sell you guys something in the comments, right? When they're trying to sell you Bitcoin, or some lady that made people a fortune on Bitcoin. Michael Pham is in the house. You're a little bit late to the party. I'm growing bored of this discussion. I imagine if I'm growing bored, so is everybody else. Nobody's hitting the like button. Nobody's talking. I'm thinking, okay, tell me, first of all, I'm wondering a couple of things. When is a good time for this thing? What's a good time for more of you people to join this thing? Because I don't like talking to 6 people. It's not fun. Is there a better time for this? Should I include you people in the chat? Because you're certainly not very chatty. Okay? You're certainly not very able to hit the like button. I just hit the like. Michael Pham. There we go. You're one of the fam. Bruh. Thank you so much for being here all the time and making an impact on my life. Okay? Thank you, Rose Overdose. I appreciate it. Sounds like a question for Deep Seek. I'm here listening to you while I make spaghetti. What better time than when you're making spaghetti, right? And so I figured at 5 o'clock, it's a good time. People are on their way home from work. People are winding down their day. Maybe I can be in the background while someone's making spaghetti. I didn't think of that one. Are you paying attention to the spaghetti? Or are you paying attention to the genius level stuff coming out of this face? I've just finished work. Now is the best time for me. Michael Pham. Okay. Right now is a little late. 6 o'clock? I don't know if my wife would like 6 o'clock, but maybe. I mean, listen, I need to work too, you know. So the later the better. I don't know. I got to find a good balance here, guys. So I need some input. And I'm getting literally nothing except for Michael Pham. And the Great Lockdown is making spaghetti. I don't know if that's important to the discussion, but maybe it is. This time is perfect. Well, I can multitask. The Great Lockdown can multitask. Join the club. Family, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I will be back again tomorrow with you, hopefully with you, tomorrow, same baddish time, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate all of you. It's probably not the truth. Have a nice day. Arrivederci. Adios. Au revoir. Goodbye.